See you once again for another stream. Thank you very much for joining. Feel free to say hello. I'm just going to play a bit of guitar to get you guys ready and give you a chance to get you all seated, and then we'll go through the usual stream stuff. So let's do it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
That's that. Just gonna play again. Yeah, good to be here. And I'll start off with doing the usual things. I think we've only got one stream question, which is a really good one. Can you please play a guitar for Ram Ranch? So yeah, I can do that for you. I'd be happy to. Ram Ranch, by I think it's Grant McDonald. He's a trip of that dude. I don't really know his backstory. I'll just use the one that was linked in the question. Yeah, I don't know how this guy came to be doing his thing. He's sort of like the Neil Breen of country music, and he sort of narrates over the top, but the narration over the top just completely isn't in time with the music. So the music could be anything. Don't even know if he did the music, but let's see if I can work out the riff for Ram Ranch. It didn't sound that hard. I had a quick listen to it the other day.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big herd throbbing cocks wanting to be sucked. 18 naked cowboys wanted to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch on their knees.
Appropriate guitar sound
to
going.
suck cowboy cocks. Ram Ranch really rocks.
Something like that.
Hot hard.
Now that. The thing is there.
Buff cowboys, their cocks throbbing hard. 18 more wild cowboys out in the yard.
My relative pitch sense is failing me.
At Ram Ranch.
I might be a bit out of tune with it.
Big herd throbbing cocks wanted to be sucked.
Something like that. Something like that.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big herd throbbing cocks wanted to...
Alright, so it starts off and then the first one's down and then the second one is higher.
be sucked. 18 naked cowboys wanted to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch on the...
Alright, so it changes a bit. Something like that. But yeah,
Their knees wanted to suck cowboy cocks. Ram Ranch really rocks. Hot
etc.
hard.
But yeah, that's pretty much how to play it. It's a D minor sort of riff. So there you go.
Cowboys, their cocks throbbing hard. 18 more wild cowboys out in the yard. Big bulging cocks ever so hard. Orgy in the showers at...
Funny song. Anyway, that will do, as you get the idea. The other one, someone actually asked me on Ask FM if I could do Dreamcatcher's What. So I thought I'd give that a go. I haven't tried to work it out yet. So let's dig that up. Now that lead goes up to here. Now the last Dreamcatcher song that I worked out was actually in the key of E flat, and it actually downtuned the guitar. So I'm not sure if I have to downtune for this one or not. I don't know if it's the same songwriter. I'm going to tune up first because I'm sort of halfway between the two keys that they're in. So I'm just going to get myself a reference pitch. Yeah, I'm sort of halfway between E and E flat. Alright, that'll do. better. Alright, we'll move back. There's no real guitar in this first section. Alright, so that's A flat to B to G flat. Chorus, A flat to B, G flat. And it's just going E up to A flat. So yeah, not too hard a song to play. I'll give it a bit of a practice this week, and next week I might just do it to intro the stream. So, but yeah, it's not a bad song. It's the chorus. Etc. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'll put the guitar away now. So we'll do the rest of the string stuff. So yeah, I did a little Twitter poll for those of you who noticed about the sort of stuff that you guys would like to see on the stream, because I was curious, and this is the result. of the poll. More people want a guitar playing than anything else. I actually thought Roundup would win out, because ever since I started doing Roundup on the stream, people have been like, yeah, please do more Roundup. I would really like it. And I will, and I'll do some today too. So I'm actually surprised to see guitar playing beat Roundup. But there you go. Silent majority, I guess. I can play some more guitar later if you have requests or whatever. But I'll do some Roundup a bit later, and I'll talk some news. I don't know if much happened. As usual, not much happens that I care about. and I also might play some games too, but at the very end. So that was the only stream question I got, I think. Yeah, that's it. But thanks for sending that in. Feel free to send in stream questions for next time, and I will certainly do them. I'll just talk a bit about my posts during the week. Yuri Sidebar Kyla came out, as I talked about last week. I changed the Sidebar girl, so the new one's in there now, which is Hustle. So there she is. You can click on her if you want. And there's just my yearly post that I do every year, which has got all the links to all the stupid shit that I link in the sidebar. Every time I link something different in the sidebar, I put it in this post and draft it up. Out of all the posts that I do, the Sidebar Girl one is the one that is always the longest, has the longest amount of prep time, because I literally start writing the new sidebar post as soon as the old one's finished. And so it's in draft for a year before it gets published. So in October 2019, I will post celebrating a year of Sidebar Hustle, and you'll get to see a bunch more stupid shit. But hopefully you had fun clicking on some of that weird stuff. And I just find weird links from various places that I think will be entertaining, just random crap. And I can't even remember why I started having a no reason Sidebar Girl in the first place, but I think I just wanted more stuff on the sidebar. So there you go. And yeah, the links do change from time to time in the sidebar. The other one that changes every now and again is Click Lizzie. Right now, if you click on Lizzie, it goes to a book that someone wrote called The Vagina Ass of Lucifer Nigger Bastard, which is a hilarious read. Highly recommend you all read it. Some book that someone wrote, and his obvious objective in writing this book was to make every single sentence in the book as offensive as possible. There's not one single sentence in the book which isn't just packed full of, profanity of some sort, and it's just ridiculous. Such a ridiculous read. And I haven't read the whole thing, but you don't need to read the whole thing to get the idea. You can just drop in randomly anywhere in the book and get the same impression. But yeah, lots of fun. That icon has previously linked to various other things. It either links to something either very offensive or something just completely non-offensive. So before then, I think I had the Grand Narrative. It was on there. I think it went to Soul Beats for a while. It went to Disney.com for a while. It went to masturbation tips for a while, and there's a few other things, I can't remember them all, and that does periodically change, although I don't know, I think I kind of like where it's going for the moment, so I can leave it there, but it'll change eventually. What else did I post this? It was Curie, I believe. Yes, so here's Curie with this great header image by Curie Doodles. I've got a PNG version of that, so I can actually change the background from the stripes to something else, but I just couldn't. But I think the stripes work pretty well. Maybe I might get her to do another one at Christmas time if she's keen. That'd be cool. But I haven't actually told her that yet, so hopefully she's cool with that. I'm pretty sure she will be, because obviously I'll pay her. I don't expect artists to work for free, being an artist myself. I understand that it's hard to make money, right? So I'll do my best to increase the livelihoods of people. So the questions were pretty cool. Usual same sort of stuff. Lots of people with issues. Well, you got a lot of issues out there, but that's alright. I don't mind trying to help. Just take my advice for what it's worth, I guess, which is not really, honestly, not very much. I mean, I'm just some dude, so I don't really have any exciting information on how for you to run in your life or whatever. But yeah, I'll do my best to help. Oh, that reminds me, I'm just going to friend my followers. People who follow me, I always just add them as friends. Cool. So it's on that now. Cool. What are we drinking? We're drinking water in this mug here. Someone asked me if I drink the other day, actually, but no, I don't. I drink water on my streams, nothing else. It's funny, as after this Curie mod came out, I had a bunch of people asking me questions about my own music, because I did some question in here explaining that I don't like to I don't really talk about my own music that much, and it's not that, you know, being doxed or whatever, I don't give a fuck. I mean, anyone who's talking about my own music is really doing me a favour, but I just sort of keep it out of this sort of blogging context, because people who come here, they're here to watch K-pop, and that's what always, as I say, that's what always annoyed me about Mr. J K-pop, that guy who was a pretty big vlogger up until a couple of years ago, and then he just all of a sudden stopped because people accused him of picking up underage girls online. I don't know if that was true or not. He never spoke to me about it. I wouldn't know, but yeah, he just completely put the cone of silence on his own YouTube and all his activity after that. Whether it was true or not, I don't know, but it doesn't change the fact that he did have some interesting videos, and some of them were really useful. There's a couple of them that I linked, like his MR removed one was really good, and actually backed up a lot of the points that I was saying about MR removed, and he was absolutely right. But what I didn't like specifically about a lot of his stuff is that he'd use a lot of his own songs in his videos, and it's just like, well, you know, I can see why you're doing that, because you don't want to infringe on the copyright of, you know, Dreamcatcher or whatever, but people aren't really listening to you. They're not really watching your vlog so they can hear your music. They're interested in the K-pop stuff. So that was kind of like a bait and switch thing. That's what I try and avoid doing on my own blog. I don't actually want to promote my own stuff at all, and so. But anyway, since I answered that question saying that, I had a bunch of people asking me more questions about my own stuff, and it's like, fuck, pretty funny. But yeah, his videos are a bit of self-promo, and you know, I mean, I'm all quite happy to promote myself, right? But I want to promote myself doing the K-pop stuff. I don't really want to promote myself doing, you know, my other musical stuff, which is not related. The furthest tangent I get away is probably playing computer games a bit, but I'm not trying to make money off that, so it's a different thing. And that's where I talk about it there. Anyway, what else? People ask me about Produce 48 more and more. Not sure why. And yeah, but, I mean, you can read it yourself. The rest of it's pretty I don't think there's anything that I covered that I want to add anything to. But feel free to ask more questions. Obviously, you have to wait a month for the answer, which I understand is probably a bit of a pest if you want to have a quick answer to something. But so I guess Ask FM's got the advantage in that you get a quick response. But with Curie mod, you get a bit of a more thoughtful response, and B, you won't get your stuff filtered. A lot of people like to ask me a lot of adult shit, and I've got no problem answering that sort of stuff. That's fine. But Ask FM just deletes it most of the time. So if you're trying to ask that sort of shit on Ask FM, you're really wasting your time. So So that's what I wrote this week. Let's just check out news for a bit. We'll go to Asian Junky, of course. Favourite news site. Stella had a reunion. Well, not really. They just got together and took some photos. Although there's only 4 of them, and there were 5 in the group originally, and then there was another 5th member who came in at the very end. So I guess those extra 2 aren't in the Cool Kids Club. But yeah, interesting. Izone did a thing. I don't really care. Lee Tuck apologised. He sent some bloody text or something to a Yonwi fan site thinking it was actually her. So, he's obviously trying to get some. Hyuna's probably leaving Q, which we kind of knew already. Yeah, not much happening really. So, well, 35s. I've had that sort of age difference before, in both directions, by the way. My first girlfriend, I was 20. I was 22 at the time, and she was 36. And then, so she was 14 years older than me, and that was fine. And then when I was, I think that when I was 35, I think I went out with a 21-year-old. So, but I didn't approach either of them through social media, mind you. I just met them in my real life. So I got no problem with age difference. All it's legal, it's all good. And some people I think it's your mental age which matters more anyway. I mean, when I was 35, the girl I went out with was 20 or so. She was, she was mentally a lot older, and she wasn't like typical 20-year-old. She's like wanting to settle down and stuff like that. And also I know plenty of guys who are like in their 40s and 50s, and they absolutely should wait another 20 years before they start having sex because they're mentally immature, right? So, I think it's fine. So, but yeah, it's not the age, it's the scamminess. So, yeah, potentially, yes. So, but then, I don't know, maybe you didn't have any other options and you really liked it. I don't know. It could be a bit dodgy, or maybe not, but probably. But all sorts of shit like that goes on. I mean, that's probably the main way these people communicate with each other. Because they're all sort of locked up doing their thing. Good morning to you. It's actually afternoon here, but all good. So yeah, I don't really care that much about it. I suppose he was just trying his luck, and he just lucked out. Right, so there's no news to discuss. So I think I'm going to go and start writing Roundup. So let's write Roundup. That'd be cool. So we'll just piss that off. Go here. K-pop looks Roundup. New K-pop releases. What's it going to be the date? Tomorrow the 8th. 8th to the 10th. Alright, usual set of crap. Very good. Alright, let's start having a look at what's out. And yeah, a bunch of stuff came out actually. I haven't heard any of it yet, but I just know vaguely that stuff has come out. So let's check it out. Lay, yeah, new song from Lay, Give Me a Chance. Let's give Lay a chance. I think Lay's blown his chance.
Baby, tell me that there's something is there. 'Cause I'll be round like looking like 1, 2, 3. Where you at? Can you come and take me to a place where it's just you and me? And it goes like I know what you're looking for, and I can't be this loving more. We just gotta know that we just gotta go. 'Cause
YouTube's always on the left, right?
let you know how I feel, and I'm over and through for you. Running, 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 running out. Running, 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 running down. I'm over and through for you, yeah. It's like I found my angel.
This is US debut.
She's straight up out a dream. Turns out my baby was everything I need. Do you know that I love that? When you hear on around.
Yes, it's not really very good, is it? It's just a bit boring. Yeah, it's all English as well, isn't it? Maybe that's all they think it takes, is to sing in English. Yeah, it's really dull. And I think trap's pretty much over in the US these days. It's sort of going out the window slowly.
I can't run away from it. Been on it, yeah. I can't turn away from my sin, All I ever wanted was
Sounds unfinished. Well, it's just that sparse sort of trap sound.
I just gonna say that I've been focused on my love.
And yeah, it could use more, I don't know, something. But I mean, it's just not a very good song anyway. I mean, that was a nice little kick he did, wasn't it? That was good. That's probably the best thing about it is his dance moves. Yeah, and some of you might like the way he looks or whatever, so I guess that's a bonus if you're in him. Alright, so that was underwhelming. Let's go to the next one. I'll just actually go to my Ask FM because there was there are people sort of keeping on a few things that I missed, right? Yeah. Always find the positive humor. Yeah, I mean, that's right. I'm a very positive person, and I always try and look for something good to say about something. So, oh yeah, new Pung Ding song. Let's check that out.
Hey, S-U-P-E-R. 추억의 장소 SUPER 침대에서 이불 뻥차고
This song's lost me already because, as Pungdingy usually do, it's a 1-4-1 progression, so it's kind of blues based. There's our 1 chord. It goes up to the 4 here. And well, pretty much all their songs are like this. They have really uninteresting chords. Yeah, it's the same thing in the chorus. Change the backing a little bit. But I mean, I appreciate the whole it doesn't take itself very seriously stuff, and I mean, I like their general attitude. That's the one thing that Pungdingy always get right, is they're kind of really fun and stuff like that. And you know, they don't take themselves too serious. You know, they're sort of, so that aspect of it is fine. It's just the song's really weak. And yeah, this is, look, to be honest, it's probably one of their better songs, even though it's not very good. They've been a lot more unlistenable than this before. This is, there's just literally nothing happening in the whole song. So yeah, I like their concept. I think if they could get some good songwriters, it'd be great. But they just never have good songs. So yeah, sorry girls. And they've got a slightly different feel here again, which is kind of appreciated. But once again, it's just the same 2 chords. It's like it's a 2 chord song where nothing happens. And I've made the analogy before with Pungdingy and children's music. They're similar like that in that it's like watching a slightly more mature version of Play School or something. In the sense that, you know, they're not taking themselves real serious, and it's fun and all that. But the songs are really, really, really simple, and just not much is happening. Let's move on to what else. I forgot. This person reckons I forgot a song, so let's just check it. Very good. Yeah, I think I did miss this one. I remember reviewing Green Apple. Oops. This is already better than Pungding because they've got 2 more chords in it at least. 네. It's not bad. They've done better than this though. Very Good had that they had a really good songwriter writing for them who died fairly recently. I can't remember his name, and they haven't had a really good song since then. It's just average. Yeah, I agree. Angel's their best song. That was written by that. It was half written by that dude who died, and then I think someone else finished it off. And if you watch the video for Very Good's Angel, the film, the songs, and it's actually about him dying. But yeah, that's a really good song, and this new song of theirs is not not bad, but yeah, it's not special. Alright, so let's get back to the subscriptions. Irregular Office. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a preview. I don't care then. It's a teaser. I'll click the link, I guess. No, I haven't seen this. How did I miss this one? Oh, it's because it's on its own channel. Okay. So that's obviously like a real dude in a suit there. And like a lot of the Hitchhiker videos have got him sort of dancing around with his CGI, but whenever it's actually a dude in a suit and not CGI, he's got hardly any mobility at all. That the suit must be really fragile. No, I'll just leave that alone. Four Men Love Tonight. Let's check this. Who's a random rapper? Young South Korean. Don't really know what's going on here. Yeah, it does actually, doesn't it? Maybe it's an old song that's been re-uploaded. So let's find out. If I search For Men Love Tonight. Okay, yeah, it is 7 years old. Alright, that's good. That means I don't have to review it. Yay! I hate it when people re-upload stuff. Alright, because it's confusing. Don't want old stuff in my subscriptions. Before I look at more subscriptions, I might just try and find the stuff that I know people are curious to see. There's the new Yuri Song, right? Let's check that out. Sounds like it's going to be that bullshit sound again, but we'll see. This is boring so far. It sounds like everything else. Yes. Yuri's one of those members of Girls' Generation that I tend to mix up with the others a bit. And so it's fitting that she gets a song which I'd also quite easily mix up with someone else's song too, because it's just so boring. Yeah, I'll get the idea. It's not going to do anything interesting from here. Yeah, that's pretty crappy. What else came out? Let's just go to Asian Junky. They might give me a few tips. Oh yes, Saw You. Okay, produced by Groovy Room. There's two warning signs here. Firstly, if the producer's in the YouTube title, it's usually shit song. Secondly, it's Groovy Room, so it's even more likely to suck. But we'll give it a go.
차가운 어둠 사이사이로 숨죽여 조심조심 내게로 와 적당히 달아오른 분위기 적절한 타이밍을 노려볼 time 널 향한 사인 난 굳이 말로는 안해 눈빛이 속삭임 너도 날 원해 설레는 일이 생길 것 같은 이 사랑사랑 Saturday night 우리를 감싸
It's got some sort of interesting rhythms, I suppose, but what's going on over the top of it is just the same old sort of stuff that Groovy Room always does. It's just typical R&B vocal. Yeah, this is just boring as fuck, really. I could get those rhythms and just put it to something completely different and have a good song. But I was actually playing it twice. I had the link up there on Asian Junky and also in YouTube. And I just turned the second version that was playing in the background off, and it doesn't actually sound any less messy and directionless. So it's actually quite bad. That's quite disappointing. And she doesn't look very good either. I don't know how they fucked that up. Anyway, do you have any other new songs that AJ noticed? Just to save me looking. 88 Rising. There's this chick on Asian Junky who always reviews 88 Rising stuff, and wow, she must have a lot of time on her hands. Even more than me. Oh, Noir Airplane Mode. Okay, this is one I haven't heard. Hopefully we get a good song here. Kind of waiting for it to do something. It's not a bad start. Probably, I'm not really into it, but it's probably the best song I've heard so far in this roundup. At least it sort of has a bit of a beat to it. It has this pre-chorus bit here, which has got some actual chords in it, which is nice. It's still more melodic than Pang Ding Yi. And the chorus is really just that riff. The vocals that don't even do anything here, really. And that's fine. It's not bad. Discount Monster X without a singer. Well, it's fine. Monster X without a singer would actually be an improvement. There's nothing worse than in K-pop than good singers. They just wreck the style. I mean, you really, if you're a really good singer, you really want to stay the fuck right away from K-pop. Because it's a style of music where A, you don't really need to be able to sing that well, and B, if you can sing well, you're usually going to be given absolutely rubbish songs to do, because you'll get stuff like the song from Soyu, right, where it's just all riding on the vocals, there's really not much else going on. Or songs like what Mamamoo get all the time, where the songs themselves are usually pretty awful, and they're sort of relying on the singers having really good voices to sort of pick everything up a bit. And you know, you don't actually want that. You want the songwriter to actually do some fucking work, so you get a good song. Yeah, you're better off having distinctive sounding vocals than good vocals. Good vocals are like the worst thing in K-pop. You know, if any of you want to audition for any of these agencies and shit, which, I mean, crazy, don't do it, but if you must, don't bother practicing your singing. Just learn to dance. Yeah, so that was alright, I suppose. Not gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna get on the fucking favourites list, but it's yeah, it's listenable. Let's just pick up some. I'll just check and make sure there's nothing else that Asian Junky picked up that I didn't. Oh yeah, this is interesting. This article about the security guard being a dickhead. Probably the most interesting thing on Asian Junkie this week, actually. Because I've been in this situation before where I've been a performer and I've had security who's just like fucking wankers. I remember playing a gig with a punk band I was in. We went over to Melbourne and did a show in some basement or whatever. I can't even remember where it was, but no, that's not my cat. It's actually my stomach. I think I ate too much, or not enough, maybe. It's a bit embarrassing. But yeah, what I was saying, yeah, I went to played some punk show. It was some all-day punk thing. It was like 10 groups or something like that, and so we came over from Adelaide to play there, and the crowd were pretty, crazy sort of punks and stuff, and just doing sort of the usual crazy punk stuff that people do at shows. And they had some crazy security guards there who were clearly just there only because they just wanted to kick people in the head. They're really violent, and it's a really frustrating situation because it's not our show. We were invited on there, so we can't, we can't really do anything about it except watch people get kicked in the head. You can't. It's not really our place to say in the microphone, hey, security guard wankers, stop punching out these kids. Get these fucking massive muscly dudes and just smashing kids who are just like half their size. It's just horrible. And also the thing is, a lot of security guards who work those shows, some security guards and some venues and security are like regular in terms of, they'll do certain shows and they'll know what audiences are like. But if you get a security guard who's a bit of a macho wanker, and also one who doesn't really understand how like punk kids and metal kids and that behave, they'll see them sort of pushing each other around and they'll sort of mistake that for actual violence, and they'll start to get really violent in return, and that causes problems sometimes with various shows, and people get hurt, and it really sucks. And as a performer, it's just a really horrible situation to be in because you can see it all happening, but you really can't do shit about it a lot of the time, unless you're the one who's paying them or something like that. So yeah, it's a very frustrating situation to be in, and it is it's not really, really common, but it does happen. And I guess this is a K-pop equivalent where the guy's obviously got no experience with these sort of people and doesn't really give a fuck about them, and so he thinks it's all a bit of a joke, and so he's just sort of biding his time being a dick when he should be being a security guard, so and doing what he's paid to do. So yeah, it does happen. So yeah, so it sucks to be at one of those shows when you have a security guard being a wanker. Let's move back, and he does look like Junky a bit, doesn't he? He probably spent a lot of time in the gym to try and look that way too.
Hurry up, your line is over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, boy, hurry up, your line is over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. High heat, too high heat. High heat, too high heat. You can have it all, it's too high. Don't you know you can get it? Do you think you're ready? You can have
He's different.
it all, it's too far.
For Korea anyway.
If you think you've got it, you're there.
Yeah, metal shows aren't really that scary. I mean, look, you couldn't meet a nicer bunch of people in the audience than a metal crowd most of the time, because they get out their aggression with the music, so they're actually not that aggressive to deal with as people most of the time. The only time when you have problems at metal shows, really, is when people who aren't really aware of the culture of metal shows go there thinking that it's a big fight, and start getting in there and roughing people up or whatever, and then it becomes an issue. But if it's just those particular people in that scene, they're I've never actually been in a fight at a metal show. The one time that someone did try and punch me out at a heavy metal show, it was someone who never goes to those sort of shows. He was just sort of dragged along by friends, and it was over a very silly misunderstanding. They had nothing to do with anything musical. Mosh had, most people who go to those shows are kind of used to the drill, and there's really zero. There's more violence at sporting events, far more. I would also say there's probably more violence at K-pop shows, because you get more people sort of pushing and shoving, and being really me first, trying to get up close to their faves or whatever. Whereas in metal, don't really care that much. Most of the people who are up the front just want to be in the pit. Whereas you go to sports bars and there's people punching each other out all over the place. I've seen plenty of violence in those locations. Yeah, metalheads, they just fight each other on the internet. They're all talk. When they're out, they're usually all too fucking stoned and drunk to give a fuck about fighting anyone. There's not much. Metalheads are soft, really. Keep going with this a little bit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on in, carry on. The line is over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. High heat.
Yeah, the song's it's different. That's good. That's about all it's got going for it, though. Alright, that's... Oh my god, I heard that little tropical squirt sound. And the producer's in the title. Warning.
어디로든 떠나고 싶어 너만 있으면 돼 I don't mind 이런 날에 아무 생각 없이
That dude really doesn't look like he's the singer, if you know what I mean. I know he is, but she doesn't look like a singer either.
눈을 감고 소리를 들어봐 네 맘대로 소리를 질러봐 너만 있으면 돼 Can't stop loving you We've gotta move on baby Can't stop loving you We've gotta move on baby Can't stop loving you Can't stop loving you 너만 있으면 돼 너만 있으면 돼 I wanna get you girl and we love you 너만 있으면 돼 너 함께 있을 땐 자꾸 꿈을 꾸게 돼 놓치고 싶지 않아 나도 너와 같은
Yeah, it's pretty boring.
달콤한 눈빛
I like the girl actually. I think she's quite attractive. But don't like the song. It's boring. Let's move on. KCM, he was in my roundup last week. I'm expecting this to be like trot or something.
같은 꿈을 꾼다. 외로운 벌판 아래 홀로 누워 높은 하늘을 바라보는 꿈.
칸! 너 타이밍 좀 맞게 뿌려봐. 예, 알겠습니다. 예, 다시 하겠습니다. 레디! 액션!
Oh shit, this is like 20 minutes long.
컷.
Yes,
잠깐만, 야! 그 플레이어 대전 뿌려고 타이밍 맞게.
I haven't got time to watch 20-minute long drama videos, so it's just...
그리고 지금 싶었다.
둘다
Where's the song?
말랐다.
오케이입니다.
I hope when the song happens it's a bit more...
것도
아, 네. 지금 촬영. 그 플레이어 좀 괜찮아?
Fuck, where's the music? Fuck, I don't even know. I'll come back to it later sometime. Go for Ashmute. They're a group I've heard their stuff before. Could start with the Sonics actually. Yeah, it's a bit freaking slow for my liking, but
옅은 향기와 구름 아래 속삭임 반짝이는 실루엣 우리는 온 세상을 물들이며 담아요 실바람이 부는 날 천천히 흘러가던 우리는 푸른 빛이 감싸올 때
this isn't bad.
수많이
It'd be good if it was a bit quicker though.
멈추고 싶죠 I know this romance can be black and white But I'll never lose this moment I wanna keep the sunlight in my heart Like an empty phrase won't
Yeah, it needs to be faster. Let's speed it up. Maybe that's a bit too quick.
따뜻한 햇빛은 여전히 식을 줄
Maybe. There we go.
모르죠.
There we go. That's a good speed for it. That's 1.25 speed.
떨려오는 모습이 살며시 내 마음을 적셔와
I mean, it sounds like it's supposed to be that speed, not the actual speed that it is.
시간을 멈추고 싶죠 I know this romance can be black and white But I'll never lose this moment
Yeah, so that's a worry.
I wanna keep this
Oh, what were they thinking making it that slow? Seriously. Let's just put it back down to normal speed. It's so fucking drags. This is the speed it's supposed to be at, and it's just slow. No, it's not a horrible song, Slow. It's just obviously that's the wrong choice for the tempo. Koreans must all be on fucking Valium. Yeah, Mo, out here grinding. His song's called Out Here Grinding. Yeah, it's probably going to be awful. Let's check it out.
Yeah, what? Am I grinding? Yeah. Am I grinding? Yeah, what?
He
Am
actually
I grinding?
is he actually saying out here grinding?
Yeah, what? Am I grinding? Am I grinding? Am I grinding? Yeah, am I grinding? Am I grinding? Am I grinding? Yeah, am I grinding? 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 Yeah, am I grinding? Ooh, am I grinding? Am I grinding? Am I grinding? Yeah, am I grinding? I'm up all night, counting it up. You should be trying hard, hitting me up. Her phone's dead, I'm sorry, you make it up. Yeah, only if she's drop it up, I take it up. She pour it over, throw it up.
I think it's all in English.
It's
a bit hard to tell though. Oh my god, it's so bad. He sounds like literally retarded.
Am I grinding? Am I grinding? Am I grinding? Yeah, am I grinding? Am I grinding? Am I grinding? Yeah, am I grinding? Am I grinding? Am I grinding? Am I grinding? Am I grinding?
It's like yesterday I went over to drove my girlfriend up to a friend's house, and there's this kid there who's like about 2 years old who was trying to talk to me, and the kid's just I can't fucking understand 2-year-olds speak, right? So this kid just showed me this toy and was talking about the name of the toy, and I was just like, what? And so the kid was saying it again, and saying it again. It doesn't matter how many times this kid said this word with this toy, I didn't get it. I don't know what it was. I still don't know what it is. And that reminds me of this dude. I'm grinding. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. Fucking hell, that's bad. That was as bad as I thought it would be. Let's check this one out. Uber.
너무 늦게 알게 된 거 아닐까 모두 일찍 깨달았던 것 같은데 그저 잘 해보려고 했던 것 뿐인데 조금 늦게 결정할 걸 그랬나 조금 일찍 호다를 짚은 건 아닐까 어제도 오늘도 내일도 대구루루 대구루루루 대구루루루 굴러가는데 대구루루
That's terrible. It's even worse than, at least the mumble rap one was funny. This is just genuine crap. Let's move on. Oh, it's Peng Ding E again. High Soul. Let's check this out. They've had good songs before, I think. High Soul featuring Kissin', that's actually a combination that's... Yeah, they were in Irregular. Yeah, they're in my new Irregular that was devoted to chubby people, but given that it's Korean pop, she's probably lost weight. Yeah, she has. That's a pity. Oh well. Yeah, they've painted the Shaw Super 55 a different colour, which makes it even more noticeable how the mic usages it right. But yeah, they've been in Irregular. Yeah, High Soul Fish and Kissin', episode 26. Song's not too bad, it's nothing special, but it's okay. At least it has some melody and it's not R&B wank like Soy. Like she's actually singing the melody of the song. It looks good in the red there. Actually, she's got some pretty good outfits generally. But she still looks better in this song from a couple of years ago. And she's a bit sort of chunkier here, which I really like. But anyway, back to this one. Alright, let's go to the next one. Irregular Dream. See Curie. Oh, the rose. Okay, this is a new one.
Do you hear me? 회색빛 안개 덮인 gloomy day. 눈앞이 가려진 게 두려워.
It's boring so far. Hopefully they pick it up a bit. This might be a slow intro.
No, do you hear me? 거리를 걷다 보니 different way.
Oh look, it's the Lunar building. It's Kim Lips. It's a Blockberry bunker.
No, yeah. I'm dying inside. I wanna think that it's a lie. Why? 소리쳐 외쳐봐도 대답이 없네. 쏟아지는 외로움 in the rain. She's in the rain. 아름다웠던 날 그려보면 흘러가버린 시간이 멈춰. 이제 눈을 뜨기조차 버거워. No, she's in the rain.
Alright, so it's gonna rock out a little bit more now. I thought that might happen.
아파도 아픈 티 안 내는 너. 끝이 보이는 게 너무 두려워. 너의 눈엔 이미 생기가 없어. No, she's dying inside. She wants to think that it's a lie. Why? 애타게 불러봐도 대답이 없네. 쏟아지는 빗방울 in the rain. She's in the rain. 아름다웠던 날 그려보면 흘러가버린 시간이 멈춰. 이제 눈을 뜨기조차 버거워.
Yeah, so that's not really that great.
You wanna hurt yourself, I'll stay with you. You wanna make yourself go through the pain.
Yes.
It's better to be held than
If you're gonna start off with the real sappy, slow acoustic guitar shit, you really wanna rock it like X Japan or something when you get to the heavy part, and not just have the same sort of thing but with a beat behind it. Yeah, it's not very exciting. Epitone Project. Let's give this a go. Yeah, it's great. Gonna be fucked listening to the rest of this unless it gets better. Oh, we've got a bit of a beat going on. It's improved a bit. still. No, there's a strings bit, a string solo, it's nice. But it's too overproduced to be any good. Songs like this work out alright if you sort of strip everything right back, so when there's a climax it's better. See, these strings sound much better without everything else. There's a good song hiding in there somewhere, but they didn't. I doubt they found it. Oh, it's high soul again. I'm just gonna pop this on. Dynamic duo. Is this a new one?
너 아까 나한테 왜 그랬어?
또 왜 그러는데? 내가 도대체 어디까지 맞춰야 돼?
I think this is old.
너 맨날 그런.
Sounds crap anyway. Glad I don't have to listen to it. This is probably old as well. Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. Not much else going on. Solby.
야. 클라스. Femminity, signore, signore.
A good start.
난 좋은 것을 입고, 난 좋은 것을 먹고, 난 좋은 곳에 살고, 좋은 거가 좋아요. 난 좋은 것을 입고, 좋은 것을 먹고, 좋은 곳에 살고, 좋은 거가 좋아요.
I emailed Grace ages ago. She didn't get back to me. Like a lot of people that people want me to interview, I email them. I don't hear jack shit. It's very, very hard to get anyone to talk to me because, you know, because my interviews aren't shit. I actually ask them some real questions. You know what I mean? So, and I think people are a bit afraid of that. They'd be afraid of someone interviewing who knows what they're doing. I've been interviewing people for a long time. I've actually had decades of interviewing experience because I interview people for my radio station, and I've interviewed a lot of people. So I actually know how to ask questions and how to actually get people to talk. And I don't just ask generic shit. So I think that's a pretty terrifying prospect for anyone in the K-pop world because they might actually have to say some real stuff. Sometimes it works out really well. And if the people who I'm interviewing are really, really keen, it works out really well. But to try and drag someone into it who doesn't know me or doesn't specifically want to do it is almost impossible. It's just so hard to do that it's barely even worth doing. I mean, there's lots of people I'd love to interview, but I'm just never going to get those interviews because, you know, no one wants to tell people the real deal. so be it. But I'm not going to compromise and just do shit interviews, you know.
Feeling like flying so high, I'm feeling like flying so high. What's your class? Class up, 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 up. 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 난 싫은 것은 먹고, 난 싫은 것은 안 봐. 난 시름시름 돌아, 싫은 난 나빠요.
It's got some pretty good rhythms.
난 싫은 것은 안 해. 난 시름시름 돌아,
I like how they produced it.
난 나빠요.
The song's not really much going on there.
Like flying so high, I'm feeling like flying so high. Class up, 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 up. 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 Class up, 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 up.
It's getting a bit repetitive, I must say. I mean, all pop music's repetitive, but when you've got a chorus like that, it's really noticeable.
I feel good for my glass. Grind hard, get my
Now I think Icon put something out. It's the only other thing that I've just remembered. Oh, and USW. I haven't heard this yet either.
길을 걷다가 불불이 걸려도 괜찮아. 아마도 마른 하늘에 비가 내려도 괜찮아. 아마도 뭐 이러나 저러나 뭐 어때 랄라라 노래해 아니 랩이나 하든지 랩이나 해야지 아니 게임이나 하든지 아니 스펀지앤 테이블 찾아가서 아이스크림 마구마구 먹든지 생각대로 조금 안 되면 어때.
That's a pretty good colour matching going on here. Very good looking video. But yeah, the song's pretty bad. This isn't just a style associated with DigiPD. This is pretty common sort of for K-pop across the board to have this sort of look. song's nothing much.
절실했던 나의 다짐들이 아직까지
This is boring. Why is he in a gimp mask? I'm sure that's symbolic of something or other.
할수 있는 하고 싶은 할수 없는 기준 남의 하루를 깎아내며 날 거부이게 해 오늘도 나는 나에게 많은 핑계를
Let's move on.
네가 겪은 불행은 사실 큰 위로가 됐고 나보다 힘들고 슬픈 사람만 찾아내며 용기를 내 너 그렇게 난 남들과 다르다 믿겠지 밤이 되면 또 난 괜찮겠지 내가 용서가
Yeah,
돼
it's not what I listen to K-pop for.
어젯밤 두꺼운 외투에 어설프게 부르던 내 노래들과 항상 웃게 하던 서투른 질투가
She's got that sort of
언제 갈실대요
Lim Kim sort of sound to her voice.
불안한 행복 속에 억울한 밤이 끝나가나요 참 예쁘던 소리 하얀 눈들과 사랑에 빠지기 좋은 향기와 그건 없지 않던 우리의 꿈까지 My love, my dream, my man, my hope. My love, my dream, my man, my hope. My love, my dream.
Guitar's nice.
My man, my hope. My love, my dream, my man, my man. 켜놓은 배수구들과 어지럽게 버려놓은 내 옷까지와 벗어나기 싫은 따뜻한 우리 집도 영원하긴 않아요 불안한 행복 속에 기억을 어루만지며 사네 참 예쁘던 우리의 어린 날들과 잊혀져 가던 나의 고향
Chorus isn't too bad with that guitar in it. Actually, kind of works, but you got to sit through a lot of other boring shit to get there. Yeah, I don't really care about the voice. care about if the song's good. I think I've gotten to the end. Yeah, that'll do. that'll do for a roundup. Sorry I couldn't find a song I liked. But yeah, it's a bit dismal. I'll finish off the rest of the roundup later and add a couple more things in there. The other thing, I'm surprised there's no icon video. Here we go. This is the one that I was looking for. We'll just check this out.
Goodbye, goodbye. 이별을 알았다면 그토록 사랑하지 말 걸 그랬나.
This is as boring as everything else this week.
Check it out, y'all. 덤덤해져가는 서로의 감정 때문에 상처를 주는 것조차도 이제
Hey, that crane.
이 미소조차도 왜 감정 때문에.
Fucking pink crane. That's that's Luna's pink crane. Pretty sure. Is it also in
상처를 주는 것조차도 이제 무덤덤한 우는 것조차도 그런가 무너지고 넌 이제 별길을.
Yeah, let's is it the same one?
자주해 달콤한 얘기 난 그럼 난 하루에 한두 번 세상에 없던 이기적인 나야 It's you
I can't remember what the crane is in Catch Me If You Can. Pretty sure it's not the same. Yes, this is completely different. But yeah, there we go. Okay, it's not the same. That's crane number 102 there, and Luna's high is it might be that crane over there, which is 101. Yeah, if we go back to this, yeah, this is 101. So they got the boy group crane and the girl group crane, and they're probably in the same yard or something like that. So there you go. Anyway, that will do. Thanks for watching, and I will be back next week with more. I don't know if I'll do Roundup again on stream or not. Roundup's been a bit disappointing lately. Maybe I should wait until I've actually got some decent songs before I do another Roundup on stream. Let me know what you guys think. So anyway, I'm off. Have a good week, folks.